people. Can I get a hello? I go by the name of Seek, represent the Hello Effect Podcast, also the Worldwide Fleet DJs, DigiWax Media, live at the Penthouse for New Music Wednesdays. Well, I got the pleasure sitting next to right now.
Hi, everybody. I'm Sue Fearless. Thank you so much for having me. Hello, Effects. Let's go.
I appreciate you. All right, just let the people know where you represent, where you from.
Yeah, so my parents are Dominican and Puerto Rican.
Okay.
So I'm Latina from New York. Grew up in New York, was born in New York. So born and raised, all of that good stuff.
All right, what part of New York? New York big.
So I was born in the Bronx,
Okay.
but I was raised in Washington Heights and then moved back to the Bronx. So I'm BX all day.
All right,
Yeah.
shout out to the Boogie Down Bronx. I'm
Word.
from Jersey, but shout out to the BX. I know a lot of people from out there.
Word.
All right, for anybody that's not familiar with your face, let the people know what you do.
Yeah, thank you. So right now I am a business coach.
Okay.
I'm a financial literacy coach. I also do taxes. So I'm a tax accountant. So basically in my community, I focus on uplifting my community in that regard. So I coach business owners on, their business, just making sure that they have formatted their business properly, making sure that they understand taxation, making sure they're keeping money in their pockets, they're not giving it all to the IRS, and just making sure they understand the basics of owning a business, running a business, the back house. Also understanding that, as a business owner, you need to have life insurance, you need to have a retirement account, an investment account, all of that, because it's totally different than when you're working in the 9-to-5 space when somebody takes care of all of that, right? So just making sure that I'm setting up, helping these businesses set up for longevity, for stability, so that they can continue their success. I also work with the youth, and I also have youth financial literacy programs. I also launched a book recently on financial literacy that the youth can, work on with their parents and things like that, because I think it's important for parents to get educated at the same time. So, I just do a lot of cool stuff in that regard. I'm a college professor, and I also do media. So I also have my own show, and then I also am behind the camera as well, doing media production.
All right, let me ask you, how did you fall into want to deal with finances and to actually give it back to the community? Was this something that you seen when you was growing up? Did you come from a struggling background and things like that?
Yeah, absolutely. My mom was a single mom. She did go to college when she was here, but there's definitely a lot more that she needed to learn because she wasn't born here, So she gave us the best that she could, the best knowledge that she could. But definitely, because of that, my upbringing, and also I just felt like that was a need in my community. I felt like, especially during the pandemic, there was a lot of businesses that were shutting down, and I just felt like it was important to pour into my community so things like that won't happen again. There were so many businesses that couldn't get funding because they simply didn't have their back office in order, So that's where it all started. But also my background in education is in finance. So I have my master's degree. I was in corporate finance for 18 plus years. It was a great experience, but I was happy to get out of it and, work for myself. So yeah, that's where the passion comes from. Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about media. My first question is your media pertaining to what you do, far as finances? And how did you get into media?
Yeah. So it's always the infamous question, and I love it because it allows me to give flowers to the people that got me into it. So shout out to DWI. He was one of the first people to give me a platform to be able to do my show. So literally 10 years ago, before podcast was a thing, I was doing radio with them. And, it's been a great journey. It helped me find my voice. It helped me, be able to meet a lot of people, learn how to communicate effectively, learn how to engage with people and, bring out that personality and that storytelling. So it's been a great journey. And since then, I've learned so much about podcasting and media that I'm now also behind the camera. So I'm producing 2 great shows. I work with alongside TT Torres and Kim Osorio. I produce their show, Trigger Warning. So, it's just been a really, really great experience. And I think the media space is super special because, again, it allows you to see the parts, the lives of the people that you're always seeing on TV and, always seeing in media and stuff like that, and understanding their journey. Yeah.
All right, so how has it been for you as a woman, though, in the industry? Because you hear a lot of good things, you hear a lot of bad things.
Right.
What's your point of view?
Yeah, so me personally, I don't have really anything negative to
Okay.
say. I mean, I would say, it is a little bit more challenging for women to kind of like really make a name for themselves
Okay.
in the media podcast space. But I think just it's just about aligning yourself with the right people, the right distribution companies, the right outlets. And I think once you do that and you have something that's strong and impactful, then you should be good. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, I haven't had really any negative experiences. Like I have a lot of people that support me, so I'm very grateful for that.
That's what's up. You mind dropping a few words of encouragement to the youth that's trying to do anything in life, like
Yeah.
positive?
Yeah, I think everyone should go after what they're like, should tap into all of their talents. Like we have some hidden talents that we don't
That's
even
a fact.
know. I never went to school for journalism. I never went to school for media, and here I am now,
That's a
right?
fact.
So I think tap into all of the talents that you have fearlessly. Go after it. I think that's super important because God has instilled so many parts of us that we haven't even tapped into yet. So make sure you do that and just align yourself with the right people. Learn what you need to learn. There's so much resources out there, and just believe in yourself and have the confidence.
And that's a fact. I just let the people know where they could follow you at and support you at.
Yeah, so Sue Fearless across all social media platforms. My organization is Fearless Women,
Okay.
and then my podcast is Sip Fearlessly. That's SIP Fearlessly.
All right, once again, I go by the name of Seek, represent the Hello Effect Podcast, Worldwide Fleet DJs, DigiWax Media. We live at the only place you trying to be seen and heard, and that's live at the Penthouse for New Music Wednesdays. Hello. All right, can I get a drop?
Thank you.
No, I appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right, the Hello Effect.
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna take one of these.
Okay, no problem.
I'll support you guys.
All right,
Word.
all right. Whenever you ready.
Okay. Oh, okay. I'm doing it right here. Okay.
Yeah, yup.
All right. Facts.
Are you ready?
All right. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Hello, it's me. Hello. Shout out to the Hello Effect podcast. Okay, this is your girl Sue Fearless, and I'm so grateful and honored to have sat here with you. And I can't wait to see all the amazing things that you guys are doing. Shout out to New Music Wednesdays, DigiWax, The Matrix Studios, all that good stuff. Let's go.
Hello. Don't miss out on this interview.